Hello, scientific brilliant people. How are you today? I hope fine all. Today we will discuss the chapter 2 motion with the animation explanation. Today we shall talk about motion. Difference between the birds sitting on the branch and flying birds, or a parked car and moving car, or a train standing on a platform and a moving train? The answer is very simple. In the first case, things are not moving, that is, they are at rest. And the second case, they are moving. So, when an object is moving, it is said to be in motion. Or we can say, when a body moves from one place to another, it is known as the motion of that body. But if you sit inside a moving train and see outside, you will feel as it is not just people at the platform, but even the trees also moving. This is confusing. So how do we know that the object is in motion or not? Let us take an example. You are standing at a railway platform and then a train passes from there. You see the train coming from one end of the platform, and after some time it passes you and goes away. It means when the object moves, its position changes with respect to another stationary object. First saw the train, it came from one end of the platform that time. The distance between train and that end was very small. As the train moved further, the distance from that end increases, or we can say when train moves, its position with respect to the platform changes with the time. So, while standing on the platform, how did you realize that train started moving? The platform where you stood did not move, but train changed its position with time and moves away from the platform, and you knew it was moving. See, when the train moves, its position with respect to platform changes with the time. Isn't it? An object is in motion if its position changes with time in relation towards a stationary object, such as a tree or a house or a platform. So, when we say an object is moving, it is always with respect to another object which is not moving, that is, it is stationary. Like when we say a car is moving, it is moving with respect to stationary trees, poles, buildings, etc. on the road. Flying birds, moving car, moving fan, rotation of earth, all are moving or in motion. But these motions are similar to each other, or do they differ from each other? Yes, there are different types of motion, and not all types of motions are same. When a car moves a straight road in the circus, the artist doing balancing act on a tightrope, also cycling on a tightrope, these motions were in a straight line. So we call it linear or rectilinear motion. Now let us see another type of motion. The joker is hurling a stone or a ball tied to a thread. Observe motion of stone closely. We will find a stone moves along a circular path. So in this motion, the distance of the stone from joker hand remains the same. This type of motion is called circular motion. As we saw in the circus, the horse was running along a circular path. Assuming it followed a circular path correctly, its motion said to be circular motion.
Body is moving along a curve, it is said to have a curvilinear motion. A moving car taking a turn is an example of curvilinear motion. As we saw in the circus, the joker was riding the bicycle along a curved path. This was an example of curvilinear motion. Are there another types of motion? Let us see. Assume that you are replacing the bearings in a wheel of your bicycle. To test, you hold the axle vertically and give it a spin. The axle at the center of the wheel is stationary. While spinning, the wheel is not moving forward. Instead, the wheel is turning around the axle. Every point on the wheel undergoes a circular motion about an axis of rotation. Such motion around an axis of rotation is called rotatory motion. The earth spinning around its imaginary axis is also an example of rotatory motion. Let us see a spinning top. If we observe closely, not all the parts of the top move the same distance in a given interval of time. The topmost part moves a smaller distance, while the extended part moves a greater distance in a given time. Like we saw in the circus, the joker was spinning a ball on his finger. This was the example of rotatory motion. Some motions repeat themselves again and again, like when you are swinging in the garden or the earth moving around the sun. In the case of earth, the earth continues to revolve around the sun, and that too in a fixed orbit. It completes one revolution in a fixed time, and this motion is repeated. Similar to the earth's revolution around the sun, many objects repeat the motion after a fixed interval of time. This type of motion is called periodic motion. The to and fro motion of the pendulum of a clock also repeats itself in a fixed interval of time. So, it is also a periodic motion. As we saw in the circus, the trapeze artists were swinging back and forth. That was also an example of periodic motion. The motion of our hands while we walk, and the motion of fingers as they type on a keyboard, or the motion of fingers as they play a song on the keyboard. These are some of the motions which repeat, but do they repeat in a regular interval? No, these motions don't repeat at regular intervals. So, any type of motion that does not repeat itself after equal interval of time is called non-periodic motion. So, now we know quite a lot about different types of motions. Coming back to the circus show, you all must have enjoyed watching the balancing act on the tightrope. Now let us see, what type of motion was there when the artist was cycling on the rope? You will say that is easy to answer, as the cycle was moving along the straight line. Its motion was rectilinear motion, and that is correct. But wait a minute, how about its wheels? Observe the wheels. The wheels of the cycle is executing rotatory motion, the axis of rotation being the axle of the wheel. So, there are two types of motions going on simultaneously. Let us take another example. Have you observed closely the motion of a ball on the ground? Here, the ball is rolling on the ground. It is rotating as well as moving forward on the ground. Thus, the ball undergoes a rectilinear motion as well as rotatory motion. Now, let us see our Earth from the space. What type of motion can you see now? Yes, the Earth is rotating about its own axis, and it is also revolving around the Sun in an elliptical path at the same time. It has a rotatory as well as curvilinear motion.
Average speed. Average speed of an object is given by total distance travelled by the object divided by total time taken to cover the total distance. That is average speed equal to total distance covered divided by total time. Okay. It is the measure of the pull of Earth with which it attracts an object towards its center. Formula: weight equal to mass into gravitational force, otherwise acceleration due to gravity. The unit is Newton kilogram raised to -1. Weight always acts vertically downward toward the center of the earth. Unit of weight is Newton. Okay. 1 kilogram force approximately equal to 10 Newton. Comparison of weight and mass here given. See, mass that is remain constant, but weight will be vary, and it is not a basic quantity as it is different at different places, but it is the basic quantity remains the same. It is quantity of matter held by an object. It is the force acting on an object due to gravitational pull. It is measured in kilogram. It is measured in Newton. Mass has no direction of action, but weight acts vertically downward toward the center of the earth. Mass of an object is never zero, but weight of an object can be zero. It is measured by a simple beam. It is measured by spring balance. See here, tidbit: weight of a body is zero at the center of earth because acceleration due to gravity is zero at the center of the earth. By gold at equator and cell at pole because gold of same mass weighs more at pole than at equator.
Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. A body is said to be in uniform motion if it travels equal distances in equal intervals of time. A body is said to have non-uniform motion if it travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time. For example, consider a car moves from one position to another position about 16 meters distance within time t 8 seconds. Here, the car starts from O and after 2 seconds, it reaches position A covering a distance of 4 meters from the origin as shown. In next 2 seconds, it reaches position B covering a distance of 8 meters from origin, and in next 2 seconds, it reaches C covering a distance of 12 meters from origin, and in next 2 seconds, it reaches D covering a distance of 16 meters from origin. In this case, the car covers a total distance of 16 meters in 8 seconds with equal intervals of 2 seconds. It means that the distance covered by the car is directly proportional to the time. From this illustration, we can conclude that the car had travelled equal distances in equal intervals of time. So, this type of motion is known as uniform motion. Another example. Consider a car moves from one position to another position about 16 meters distance within time t 8 seconds. Here, the car starts from O and after 2 seconds it reaches position A covering a distance of 2 meters from the origin as shown. It reaches position B covering a distance of 8 meters from origin, and in next 2 seconds it reaches C covering a distance of 10 meters from origin, and in next 2 seconds it reaches D covering a distance of 16 meters from origin. In this case, the car covers a distance of 16 meters in each 2-second interval. From this illustration, we can conclude that the car had travelled unequal distances in equal intervals of time. So, this type of motion is called as non-uniform motion.
I hope everybody understood this lesson.